Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got this email question, and it was nicely summarized, by the way. This is a question from Matthew. And Matthew wants to know some things about life and programming. So it's a long email. It is color-coded. I will show you the color coding on there, which is kind of cool. I mean, if you send an email and it's like color-coded, that's pretty cool. That got my attention. Now I'm going to get 100 of those. But anyway, Matthew says that it is a long email, and he summed it up at the end. If I answer in a video, to please let him know. So I am going to answer in a video because it was summarized nicely at the end. I'm not going to go through Matthew's whole story, but essentially it goes like this. He's watched a lot of my YouTube videos. That's pretty cool. I like that. He says that he's in his early 30s. He's living with his brothers, 3 of them, in a house. He's basically a massage therapist, if I understand correctly, and he wants to make the switch into programming. He's been learning some things, and he doesn't have money to go to school, but he's been going to udemy.com, and I think that's kind of the gist of it. Now I'm going to get to the kind of summary part that he put down there. So he said, number 1, so we have a lot of common, and I like your videos no matter what you're talking about. It seems you're very similar with our interests. That's cool. I like my videos no matter what I'm talking about usually. Except for when I do those videos and there's that little bit of spit hanging from my mouth when I'm like running because my mouth is all dry. I don't like those videos as much. But anyway, he says, number 2, I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready for change. Can I get into programming with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript alone? Or will I need to learn something else before trying to get into the industry? If I need to learn something else other than those 3, what do I need? A server-side language such as Java? And then number 3 question, can I really make $60,000 a year plus salary starting out as a programmer? And 4, I find that I have low self-confidence in almost every category of my life. Even if I know that I'm good at it, it's insane. Please help me or point me to someone who can help. And if you stay for a minute, I will give you the PS after I answer this question, and then I will somewhat answer the PS. But I'm not going to tell you the PS yet, because you have to stick around. So, anyway, let's see here. So, Matthew... okay, so let's address the first part here. So, can I get into programming with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript alone, or will I need to learn a server-side language? Essentially, this is what I would kind of encourage you to do. And I've been thinking about this a little bit because I'm going to walk around. My arm is so tired from lifting today. It's hard to hold this camera. Anyway, the thing is this. So I've been thinking about this a little bit. And, what you really want to do is you want to not learn like those technologies, right? Don't learn HTML, CSS, and Java. You're going to need, or JavaScript. You're going to need those things. But don't just set out to learn those things and don't say, well, maybe I should learn a server-side language like Java. It's going to be overwhelming. You're not going to know what to do or what to focus on. There's a lot in those spaces. Instead, focus on learning to build some kind of an application. That's why, kind of the developer boot camps that kind of teach you to build an application or do something like that are quite useful. But you can do this on your own, right? You can, you can supplement your education with learning specifically about languages where you need it, but have a goal, have a project in mind. I talk about this a lot, but essentially come up with some kind of idea that you're going to build, just a simple app it can be to start with, and pick a platform, right? This is the other thing is like, just pick a stack that's popular, right? Search for popular programming stacks. You're going to see stuff like the mean stack, which is, what is it? now I'm on the spot. It's like, it's Mongo, JavaScript, Node, mean. Anyway, if I weren't on this Angular, if I weren't on the spot, I'd probably be able to come up with it, but who cares? So anyway, there's a lot of stacks out there. There's a ridiculous amount of stacks out there. And if you find a popular one that you like, then go for that and build some apps using that stack. And that's going to be a better way to search. It's going to be a better way to learn, because rather than trying to learn all the pieces and then figure out how to put them together yourself, you're going to be going with something. It's always good to go with like a framework, something that gives you some rails, right? It's like when you were bowling, right? As a kid, you had those bumpers, right? So that you'd have sort of guidelines so the ball goes to the right place until you get good. And that's what you want to do here, is you want to like find those bumpers. So the bumpers for you is going to be some kind of stack already, like the mean stack. I'm going to keep on saying mean because I like the mean stack, because it's kind of a cool name for a stack. Or, or just and building just an application so that you're learning the technologies that you need in order to build that application. So then let's move on to, can I really make 60,000 plus salary starting out as a programmer? Of course you can. This is another, so I'm going to combine this with your self-confidence issue. What you need to do is you need to raise your set point. I'm pointing here because there's going to be a video that's going to pop up here, and it's going to be about raising your set point. And that's what you need to do. You need to start hanging around people that are not your brothers. No offense to your brothers, but you need to stop hanging around people that have low set points, that have low expectations in life, and start trying to hang around more people that have higher expectations. You're going to say, I'm watching the YouTube videos that you're producing. Great. That's what I was going to suggest. It's good that you're already doing that. But you still need to find more people in real life that you're going to be able to relate to, that have higher mission, higher purpose, want to achieve more things. Because when you say, can you really make 60 grand a year? Man, that is little thinking. Like, we need to be thinking even bigger than that. And I realize we need baby steps. But when you're saying that seems like a whole lot of money and it seems impossible, it's going to be really hard for you to get to where you need to get until you can lift that mindset and get that to the point where it's like, that's doable, that's achievable, that's easy. Because that really is. That's totally doable, totally achievable, totally easy. I think any person on the planet can become well, maybe not any person on the planet, but most people on the planet with at least an average IQ can become a software developer within a few years, a starting software developer making 60,000 plus a year. It's really, really not that hard. Lots of people do it. If someone else can do it, you can do it. That's the attitude that you need to have. In fact, maybe you should start having the attitude, if you can do it, I can do it better. But actually back that up by doing it. So, a lot of people don't back that up. So, but be the person that backs it up. You've got the heart for it. You said that we're very much alike. If you're like me, then you're going to go out and you're going to get what you want, and you're not going to let anything stop you. You just got to do it and stop being lazy, because that was my problem, right? Is being too dang lazy. If you feel like you're too lazy, watch this video on stop being lazy. Because I think that's a big problem for a lot of people. Honestly, that's my biggest weakness, or was my biggest weakness. I turned it into my greatest strength by overcoming laziness and finally conquering that and teaching other people to stop being so damn lazy. But that's it. I think that's really the advice that I would have for you. I appreciate you sending the email. I appreciate you summarizing at the bottom. And now I will read the PS. So Matt says, P.S. Please give me much more advice on becoming an alpha male, because I am somewhere between a beta male and becoming an alpha male, and I need to get into alpha state ASAP. I want to enjoy the rest of my life. That is a fantastic attitude, Matt. I will definitely be doing more videos that offend people, as I talk about being an alpha male essentially, and some people unsubscribe. But that is okay, because I'm not going to change what I do just because people don't like it. And that's the important lesson, I think, in this PS. So yes, I will definitely be producing more of that content, and I'm glad that you realize that this is important and that you want to enjoy the rest of your life. Because honestly, like, when you're deferring to people and you care what people think, and you can't be yourself, you're just not going to enjoy life very much. So yeah. So anyway, thanks again, Matt. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.